Hello, I'm Tod Sutherland with Tropic Supply, here for another product demonstration for our holiday tool special. It's my favorite time of the year when we get into the Christmas holidays. We start discounting some tools for the technicians out in the field. Now, we already talked about in an earlier episode of the Uniweld Maxi Vac Kit, a great kit. Anytime you're pulling a vacuum, you've got to have a micron gauge. So on our holiday tool special, we're going to be discounting the CPS VG200 micron gauge. Now, this is a gauge that's been in the industry for many years. It's one of the first vacuum gauges that I've ever used and still use to this day. The same one, in fact. It's a good, strong tool. Gives you everything you need inside the kit. Let's pop it open and take a look at what we got. Okay. First thing you'll notice is it's a nice heavy-duty plastic gauge. Okay. Now, I've already taken the battery, put a battery in here. It just takes a regular 9-volt battery. Nothing you probably don't already have on your truck, okay? Now, we'll turn it on, and you'll see it's gonna flash CPS across there, so you got a nice big display available on there, and after that clears away, it's gonna go into what your different readings are, okay? I have it set for microns. I'm trying to get that in there without the glare, okay? But you also have other units that are available to you. Most of us, where we work in the U.S., are going to be using microns. Now, you see that bar going across the top of there? Okay? When you first connect this to your vacuum system and you start pulling a vacuum, of course, your open atmospheric pressure, which is 760,000 microns. Okay? Now, this is going to read dashes across the micron gauge as it starts pulling down into a vacuum. And you'll see up to 3 of those dotted lines going across that screen. And as you get closer to 25,000 microns, those dashes will start disappearing. Once you get below that 25,000 micron rated area, this will change to a digital readout of the actual number of microns that you're pulling. Okay? So you're only going to see those dashed lines in the first part of your vacuum. Hopefully you're using a good heavy or a good large diameter or large gauge hose to pull your vacuums through, to pull through much faster. Now, also in this kit, you got a nice carrying case pouch for the micron gauge. You also, if you're not using a core removal tool, which I don't recommend, you should always use a core removal tool when you're pulling a vacuum. They did give you an access T that you can put on there so you can connect your hose and the micron gauge right on the service port of your service valve. And then you also get this hanging hook that comes with it. The hanging hook pops right into the back of the unit there, and then I'm not going to snap that in there because it's harder to get out. Okay, so this is a nice hook, hanging hook for the micron gauge. So again, CPS. Now you can also clean these with some denatured alcohol. You just pour about a tablespoon of denatured alcohol into the sensor, swish it around a bit, and then dump it back out. And you want to do that a few times until that denatured alcohol runs clear of oil and you've got no oil setting inside the CPS unit. Now, this has a pressure rated sensor of 400 PSI. So again, be careful when you're releasing your refrigerant into the system. Just make sure you don't go above 400 PSI. But again, this is the VG200 from CPS, a good quality micron gauge for pulling a good quality vacuum on your HVAC system. This will be available on our holiday tool special, December 12th through December 23rd. Go into your local Tropic Supply and take advantage of the holiday tool specials. Happy holidays.